continuing my quest for bunnies, I remember there is this dog here that is wearing a bunny outfit. So this is clearly some hint for a bunny. Now with the dogs, the main mechanic has been giving them the disc to play with, so they leave us alone. Not sure if I have to throw it in his mouth, but my bigger suspicion is that what I will need to do is once again do the dog chase with the mock disc, because that has been the mechanic of the dog area. Really, this is not in the dog area, it's in the like hedgehog area, as I would call it, because the dogs are here, which means the mock disc is currently here, and we want it to be here where the potato is. Now, instead of trying to run all the way from the shrine to here through all the rooms, as people have pointed out in my first dog chase, you can use the teleporters, and especially now that I know the flute song, I can do it even faster because there is the teleporter right here, right above us. Okay, so here's the mock disc. Because yeah, we can take it out, and so let's get our fruit at the ready. Let's remember the song. Take it out then. Goodbye. I'm sure he's now moving across the map to get me, but I am moving across the map faster. He cannot get me. So yeah, I just go in here. The only thing is I have to like make it through this puzzle. But hopefully he has to actually physically move all the way across the map while I just do my thing. Hello? There. Have the disc. I think I collected the rabbit, but now I need to return the mock disc again. Leave me alone. Another thing I want to look into is a different part of the map, which I don't know if it's gonna be a bunny or some other. Like it can't be an egg, obviously, but yes, this thing here. I've tried to get in there before, but it did not quite work. But I have additional thoughts here. We can't get in there now. Can the dogs be quiet, please? I'm trying to speak. Can't get in there now because it's off. And there isn't a lever or a remote control tower in this room. There's one in this room, which switches this, and now we can go in once, or we can't go in again. And like, we can't switch it here. There is no remote, there is no lever, nothing. But the important part of it is, I think, that whenever you switch this, you don't have to be in the same room as those walls to switch it, and they all respond. Because I had this before where I think even in the dog chase, I turned the walls different way, and I was hoping that it would stay that way for me too when I come back, but they didn't, because I had to also switch walls in a different room, and it seems because they're all connected, like there's a global state for which version of the walls it's on, so you can do it in different rooms. But what that implies that I have to somehow switch the state of the walls and then reset myself back to here, because one thing that we know also happens in the game is that if you don't land on solid ground, so if you were to land in the water, for example, you get reset to where you were standing last, which means theoretically it's possible for us to stand inside of that place, stand past the first wall, float out of there on like bubbles or frisbees or whatever. Probably not frisbee because that would be complicated to steer a frisbee around the map. Potential for us to come out of here, float on a bubble somewhere, not here because that will obviously immediately reset it. Use the bubbles to go somewhere where there is a remote tower, and then fall in the water. I am doing a great job demonstrating this. Then fall in the water and then be reset all the way to here with the external wall on and the internal wall not on, which sounds insane. I mean, so one place where we can do it is if we go in here, the remote works. But then going through here, that would be quite a challenge with the maze to get out, because we can't even get out here. We would have to find our way out through the maze to go to this water over here. But that sounds awfully complicated, especially considering the amount of wall switches that you need to do in the maze and like the size of the maze corridors. Like it's very small, like that bubble, even you can only just about make it here if, yeah, I touch the ground again, right? This seems, I'm not gonna say this is impossible because, you know, pro gamers, I'm sure they got it all down. The shortest path would be to go through here and then through all of those walls and to that water. And like, that would be the last state. I mean, I guess we can switch it again after that if we leave that wall locked behind us. So yeah, that leaves it in the state we desire. But can we, yeah, bubbling through here, the bubbles immediately get destroyed, right? The frame perfect bubbling you would have to do here is like in this, maybe, right? Because here you have room, but you still have to be switching to the remote and be doing this. So it feels like this would be very hard to do. The alternative is to go the other way, but the other way, the complication is that it's very far away to first tower. First tower I can think of is here, up here, which means we would have to go all the way across here, make it through the gap here, make it through this here. Obviously could go up here, but I think that's tighter. Go across here, switch the remote. It's probably okay here. We have lots of time on the bubble to do it. Then turn back around, go through here, fall in the water. That assumes there's enough room, no vines, anything on the way while we do this. So I'm basically gonna have to focus and trace that path and see if this is at all doable and also not get, yeah, not fall and get drowned by the dogs. Leave me alone. Do not get comfortable and stand on the floor. Okay, we have more room now. Okay, this is a problem. I think I need to train this. Okay, we have to climb here at the edge of the screen without falling down on the floor. Almost, but yeah, it feels like doing lots of bubbles gives me more room for like maneuvering. But now, yeah, I want to go across because that tunnel is quite narrow. Leave me alone, dog, seriously. Maybe. No. No, I think that's too narrow for me. Yep, too close to the edge. Yeah, I can do it if I don't puff it up. Very tight, even though this is the wider tunnel, it's still very tight. I think it's the dog stressing me out. Hearing him bark under me, I'm panicking. You just need to be careful not to land on the wooden things and obviously land on the bubbles. You want to blow lots of bubbles into the tunnel. So here where we got the remote tower, I just want to go up higher so I have time to switch my items. Okay, so this is switched. This is not gonna work because I've already fallen to the floor, but in theory that changed the state across the map. And here I just go across. I mean, this seems doable. Main problem being like there's a couple choke points where I choke. The dog rooms, I think, like psychologically, the fact that the dogs are barking under me is messing me up. I have to turn dog sounds off. And yeah, in here in theory, I would jump in the water, and yeah, I respawn here, which is where I last touched. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It seems doable. It's just for someone, like, obviously someone more skilled than me would have had this done like 6 hours ago. Me, I'm gonna need another 6 to 12 hours to figure this out. And yeah, now this is also switched to the other state. So if I executed it correctly, it would have worked, is what I'm saying. I think using the multi-bubble is also a good strategy for me, even though in theory takes more clicking, more time. It gives me more security that I will land on a bubble, even if my jumps are not perfect. But when I'm going up vertically, it means I'm basically pre-preparing bubbles that I can then land on as I go up. There better be something really good in that room, because on the map I think it tells me that there is a pink fruit in there, and I swear if all there is in that room is a pink fruit, I am going to lose it. I've made it over this dog point. I have to make it over the dog. Don't listen to the dog. Don't listen to the dog. As soon as it starts barking, I'm like, I lose it, but at the same time, I'm like, I wanna hear the bubbles. Okay, let's try no sound. I mean, no sound for me, you know. See if that helps. I touched it. I think I touched the wall. I think the no sound is helping, because I didn't fall on a single dog that time. Now I need to not touch anything as I'm going. It's fine to write the bubbles down, like in the verticals. It's just I have to deal with walls being too close, shelves being too close. This feels like there was the room which was basically ultimate frisbee challenge, right? Because I had to figure out the frisbee trick with going on a frisbee while jumping, which I didn't know existed until then. And this feels like ultimate bubble wad challenge as well. There are places where you have to really show that you can use that tool to its full extent to be able to do everything in the game. I think it's like I was much better with the frisbee than with the bubbles, because I got the frisbee first. On an easy one as well. There should have been no issues here. Right. Yeah, my heart rate is currently 126. So I need a breather, because it's literally in the next room. So all I have to do is not fall. But like, this is 130. I'm so stressed, my hands are shaking. High skill games. Hopefully I only did the remote once incorrectly and I didn't touch anything on the way, because I would be so mad. Make it to the water. Nothing else. Nothing else matters. Jump. I did it. There's a ladder. Okay, so it wasn't even a pink fruit, it was a ladder. Where does this go? Okay, to a new area, so it's just not a drop back to where I came from. Ah, there's a rabbit. It wasn't for nothing. Oh, my everything. Oh, don't die. Don't die, potato. Cannot do this. Okay, now I need to make it back and save. The thing is not. Oh no, there is a dog here with me now. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. I don't know if like the rabbits save independently from me dying, so the dog being there with me was a bad time. Okay. Save. Now I can go to the menu and see that I have 8 rabbits out of what? 20? Or was like count that time? Oh. Okay. So other than that, I'm not actually sure where there might be more rabbits. Like I've already seen the comments that said that you can't do the billboard by yourself, which I assume that's another rabbit. So I'm gonna have to look into how to do the billboard not by myself. But yeah, I'm not really sure how many more rabbits and where they might be and how many of them are still solvable by me. So I don't know, I need to spend some time on it, but I don't know, it feels like I've gotten quite far in the game by myself and now I'm just doing like very far in things. So I will take hints about the rabbits. I'm still trying to recreate that bit where when the potato sleeps, there is a rabbit there. Oh, and also someone said like if I hold A, like if I'm praying in Tunic, I become Tunic Fox, which is cute. It doesn't do anything, and it doesn't even stay like that. There's no animation for it. I just turn into Tunic for a little bit, which is funny. I guess they like Tunic, and the search for bunnies continues. I am at the billboard now, but before we get to the billboard, there is another bunny, or something about the bunnies I've been trying to track down, which is that sometimes when the potato sleeps, a bunny appears in like a dream, and I have previously thought that it was an indicator, maybe like, oh, there's a bunny nearby, you have to do something, but then I would go to the same places where I've previously seen it happen, and then it didn't seem to appear, or I just didn't wait long enough. But yeah, I'm just trying to make it happen again. I don't know if it's random, or is it just you have to wait for long enough, or what does it depend on? But once it appears, I'm gonna see if it's like any specific thing in the dream, or can I do anything. Okay, there we go. There's a rabbit running in our dream. Okay, it's gone away. Yeah, I mean it was running to one side, but I'm pretty sure it every time it appears, it just runs the same way. I guess I need to wait for it to happen again and then do something. Because I mean, if it's an indicator, obviously there's the bunny billboard here, which I guess might be another bunny, because what else would it be at this point in the game? But yeah, rather than an indicator, this might be a way to get a bunny, maybe? Will it appear again in the same sleep cycle, or do I need to start again? It actually takes quite a while for it to appear, so that might be why when I was trying to recreate it before, it didn't happen. Like, I underestimated how long I have to wait for it. I'm also now wondering, like, is this a thing always? Like, could you literally start the game and grab the bunny as soon as you jump out of the starting flower or whatever that is? Or does it only activate after some specific things? Hey, it's here. Can I have it? No. Okay. It did stay on the screen even though I started jumping. Like, I didn't need to be asleep while it was displayed. So I might be able to go to it in a way. Like if I sleep somewhere where it's gonna be easier for me to jump up. Like yeah, if I like sleep down here, then I can quickly jump like this, hopefully, and that's gonna be easier. Could of course to use like a bubble or something, but less steps to do things. Now we have to wait again for however long it takes for the dream to appear. Just sitting here thinking about how, oh yeah, this is the room with the flames, where when the game was the simple task of, yeah, just go over there, find some flames, put them here, do that. And now we're like multiple layers later, hours later, still chasing things in this mysterious land, because it's not as simple as doing the initial game ending and being done with the game. There's more layers, which is fine, obviously. It's where the deep, interesting puzzles are. Although after both Tunic and this, I may be doing more things that are not necessarily simpler in like simpler puzzle games, but I guess more single layered, where you don't have to go beyond the game and figure out that there is like secrets after secrets after secrets. Just solve the puzzles in front of you. Hey, there it is. Yes, jumping on the dream cloud. Got the rabbit. Okay, the billboard. So people have helpfully let me know that yes, the billboard is a community puzzle. In my single game, I can't do what it requires. I can't get the information it requires. And basically, I know I have this, and this doesn't change. Like, it doesn't matter what I do on the billboard. This is a static piece, which means, yeah, it's like you get this one piece, and I assume other people get another piece, and then you have to put it all together to whatever the answer is here. But yeah, from this, like, I can see that yes, it has the squares that go on the billboard, and then it has like 1, 1, 2, 2. So I assume it like comes together with different pieces, and eventually you get a whole picture you can put together. People have been helpfully trying to send me things that can help. But yeah, I've been getting hints from people that yeah, this isn't possible to get all of the pieces by yourself really, and tried to send me those spoiler links. Unfortunately, that site doesn't allow hot linking, so I wasn't able to open this picture, but I got a link to another tool online that very helpfully shows all the pieces, and they're like the edge information, and it also has a grid here. I mean, it does give away that you're supposed to put them together, but honestly, once you realize that yeah, everyone is just given a different piece, then it's quite obvious that you have to put them together to make something, and that will then fit onto the billboard. So yeah, this is from Philip Gitpush, a bunny mural helper. So thank you to the person that has made it. Hopefully they're okay with me using this on video. And the pieces were all submitted by different people as well. I assume from the community, where the community was originally doing it. There's even one I saw, yes, submitted by Billy Basso, the game creator himself. So that was the piece he got. Here's my piece. That's the one I have. So yeah, I assume the dots around the squares. The dots around the squares is like the information where we need to link them, but they're not unique, right? They're not just oh yeah, you always have a unique number of things. You still have to do extract some information for this. So my thinking is either that like this 2 signifies, oh, it just links with another 2 and that's it, and you have to kind of work out from context which pieces fit where. Or potentially it signifies the number of matches there would be. So for example, if I were to put this here, it's not correct, but this would, for example, say that there will be 2 matches, which means the red square touches the red square and a blue square touches the blue square. That's a match. So those 2 right side pieces at the top and bottom would be having a match. But here, then going to this third column, the red is touching a blue, so that's not a match, and then the blue is touching red, so that's not a match. So that would fulfill a 2-piece match, but obviously on one side, this one has 3, right? So obviously they would not be compatible. We want a 2 to touch a 2. So that will be a way that they have to come together. Now, there is quite a few pieces that are just full on just blue squares, which I assume they will just form a filled area. And yet they have different number of squares on the edges. So they look the same inside, like the picture, their form is the same, but they're actually individually different pieces. It matters for the puzzle, it matters for solving the puzzle, but it obviously probably doesn't matter for where you enter on the billboard, because all you do is flip the colors to make a picture. So obviously it wouldn't know that you've used the wrong piece of all squares are blue, right? So it probably just helps us to know which thing to put alongside the edge. But yeah, this is where like my theory is gonna be tested in terms of, is it just 2s go with 2s and then you figure it out, or is it just is it actually a number of matches between the edges? Because do we have enough pieces for matches, right? Well, I guess we could see if those like full-on blue squares can be put together in a single thing. So this one has 4 on top, and there's only one other full-on blue that has a 4, which is this one. So they will go together like this. Then they both have a 1 on the side, on the right side. But yes, does it mean it like goes with this like 1 here? Or does it mean, yeah, it goes with 1 match? So, for example, this would be 1 match, right? Because only one of the square is a color match to another square there. So on this one, we got a 3 matches or 3 link. And we have this piece, which is also a 3 link. And that would, for example, fulfill it. Okay. Interestingly, okay, this might be a better way to do this. Some of them do not have edge information on one of the edges. All of those 3 pieces do not have a bottom edge. So actually, what might work is finding, like, basically like doing a jigsaw, right? Finding the edges. So let's find all of the bottom edges. And then we can see how they fit together, and we can then work out what the rules are from that. Okay, so this is the bottom edge. I presume similar pieces might be near each other. Like I assume it forms some sort of like picture that makes sense. It's not just random noise, but I guess we'll see. There should also be corner pieces. So this is a corner, and this is a corner. Yeah, so they go like this. Then those are the bottom edges, but I'm just trying to, what's locked in is at the bottom, and then I'm using this row to work from this. But also, can I find the 2 top corners then? Okay, so this is this corner, and this is this corner. I don't do a lot of jigsaws. Jigsaws are a fun thing to do, like by yourself, or I mean, you can do it with other people as well. And a nice time filler with keeping your brain engaged. But I just find like where I'm gonna put all of them, like my house would just be filled with jigsaws. I know some people like frame them, put all the walls, but even then, like I'm already struggle for wall space with various things I have, so I'm trying to not do that. Instead, I fill my house with Lego because that toy does not take up all my space. Anyway, so this block is kind of like red, white, and then we have a couple blocks that have sort of red, white patterns, and this one, it has 3 dots going to the left. So this thing has 3 dots, and this thing has 3 dots. This thing has 3 dots, and that's it. So it's one of those 3 pieces, I assume. Now, if I go by my original folio, it would be like 3 dots are 3 matches. But I don't think, because this is 0 matches, right? Because it's just blue. This is 2 matches because this is 1 match because only the white in the second row matches. And this is also 0 matches because they're alternatives. So I think the matches thing is incorrect then. Instead, we just assume that the 3 dots fill with 3 dots. We just have to context space, put the puzzle together. So like this piece, out of those 3 pieces, I think this piece is like the best kind of visual match for this. And then we need another 3. So it will go with one of those. Maybe this? I don't know, looks good, maybe. And then that has a 1. So this has a 1, this has a 1, and that's it. So this or this, like this would kind of match with the dark blue coming in. And this one has a 1 as well. Interesting, because that would mean this happens. So maybe not, maybe it is like this. No, I don't like it, but maybe let's go from the other side. This is a 3 on this side. So it could be this, could be this. This sort of works, this sort of works. Okay, then it has a 1. So this, does this? I guess could be this as well, because that also has a 1. So this one could go on this side, but then this one doesn't go on this side. Then this one has a 2. So it's actually either of those 3. So that could work. It's just actually we have 2 pieces that have a 2 on that side, but they have either a 1 and a 3 on top, and they actually link to each other this way. So maybe this is correct. And then we have a 3. That would work with this. We have at least some sort of shape forming here, so that's looking better. And then this. And then we have a 1 and a 3. We have a 1 and a 3. Starting to look good. But yes, it's not as like involved as I thought with needing to like pay attention to what the content of its squares is. It's just match numbers. Okay. Well, from that we can do the top row as well. So let's just find that. Okay, this is top, this is top. But also, yes, I just want to say how great is it that someone put this tool together, because amazingly helpful being able to do this instead of having to take pictures, put them on the whiteboard, trying to align them on the whiteboard and all that. This makes it so much easier to move the pieces around and swap them. So thank you, whoever this person is. Okay, so what we have. And then this goes here. Oh, I didn't realize that it does a confirm. I mean, I don't know whether it does a confirm because you put all the puzzles in, or it does a confirm because this is correct. But it looks correct to me anyway. So I assume the next step is I copy all of this to the billboard in the game and then see what happens. Let's erase all of this and let's draw a beautiful picture of a body correctly. There we go. A door has opened for us. And what's inside? Tuxedo Rabbit. Hello. Yes. And that's 10 rabbits in our collection. So, and my final idea for now about the rabbits secrets is this. First, when I first saw it, I said, oh, you know, this is kind of like the faces the ghost makes. So, since I haven't really gone anywhere with that. Like I've said that, and then I was focused on doing other things, and then I've had that again in a video, seen it reviewing a video, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't do anything with it. So I know a lot of ghosts got killed because when you do the candle, like they permanently disappear from a room, but I'm hoping maybe there is still one somewhere that is there, and maybe I can play it a secret code using the pattern from this. So I have to go and find it, because yes, as I have learned, like if there is a secret phase pattern, then I have to play it where it's displayed, not here. So I have to go around and take a look, probably teleport out of here, see where I could go. Okay. Well, if there was a ghost, where would it be? Because obviously it would be the rooms with the candles, they had ghosts, but then they're gone, right? Because we killed them all. So the only thing is I vaguely recall that at the start, like the first thing we learned in the game in terms of item use is we get a firecracker and then there's a ghost we have to fight. So I don't know whether there was a candle in that room. So that's potential for somewhere to look for a ghost. So I think through egg room and then towards the start. It's been so long in this game, I can barely recall some of the things, like rooms upon rooms. I've been to so many places so many times, and yeah, it's all just merging together. Yeah, so we go down, there's these squirrels that looks like skulls. I've never actually managed to figure out whether this means anything. Like, yes, the squirrels here on the map, it looks like a skull. The candle grid, right, is quite like a bright structure. Then this hedgehog grid as well kind of like looks really bright. But yeah, I've never got if like, is this some another map secret or something? Because yeah, what would I do with it? Okay, so this is the starting area, right? Because through here, like this is where we got the rabbit that, like, you can see it at the start of the game, but you don't get it until you've got much later on. And yeah, this is the firecrackers. So there was a candle here, so actually did we remove the ghost? Is it not here anymore? Was it actually... That's the kangaroo. We don't need the kangaroo. Yeah, now I'm thinking like, did we actually remove a ghost with the candle? It's not here anymore. There's more firecrackers here. Like loads of firecrackers. So... Oh yeah, there is a ghost. So it does phases where it spawns, but then it keeps going phases where it travels. So I think the easiest thing will be to have that. Well, obviously I have this recorded now, but I'm gonna have to stop what I'm recording to open the file and review the ghost faces in slow-mo to see what they are, and then match them to the thing. Using video editing software for playing games. So yeah, if I get to that bit, don't care about the rest of this video for now. Okay, so it spawns with that face. Let me get my board where I have this, where I have the directions saved as well. So that face is down. Then next face is bottom right. The next phase is right. Isn't just going in a circle. Right again? So that's right again after it flashed. Then this is top right. This is left. This is left again. This is top left. This is top. This... I don't know, like, we'll see if I start seeing it repeat. So this is top right. This is right. This is bottom right. This is bottom. Bottom left. Left. Now it's actually going in the circle. Top left. Top. And top right again. And right again. Okay, we might be looping. Yeah, bottom right again. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that it does like an intro thing, which is bottom, bottom right, 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 top right, left, left, top, left, up. But then it just goes in a circle, so it goes top right, right, bottom right, down, bottom left, left, top left, up. So that might be it. So I guess after the intro, it's just doing this. Okay, so we have... Nope. Nope. So I played just the intro when he got me in that time. But that wasn't it. And I'm also not sure if I was correct on the intro. Try not to die. Okay, I can't get it appear if I'm just safe at the top, so I have to actually be in the room with it. Yay. Can I just spam him? Oh yeah. Ah, it's a ghosty rabbit! Look at him! Okay, well, turns out past me was right. The ghosts have faces that match the faces that were on the key, and then I just completely forgot. Okay, well, I've got more rabbits, so I'm up to 11 now, but the thing is, I don't have any more ideas, right? Like, all the previous ones so far, like, I had an inkling from something, like there was an unsolved thing, there was a thing I mentioned that, oh yeah, I could do that. But now I'm to the point of like, I don't know how many more are left. That's the first thing, because I think like I have like 20 columns or something, so that would mean I'm missing 9, which, oh my god. But even then, even if it's maybe less, because the two middle columns might not be it, so maybe 18. I just don't, like, I don't even know where to start looking for them, so I'm not sure how many more of those, or how many of them in total. Like the Billboard one, right? You were never going to solve it yourself. I mean, maybe if you, I don't know, had the game multiple times, like maybe starting the game again gives you the different pieces, but there was like 50 of them, so good luck with that. So I don't know, maybe the other ones are similar things where you have to have the additional information. And I mean, it feels even if it isn't a thing where you need a piece of information from whatever, a number of other people, just the fact that different people notice different things and obviously might be doing something else, you know, you would be sharing that information with others. So it feels like if a game is specifically geared to have community puzzles and people working together and sharing information, I'm not even sure it's officially cheating if you don't solve them all yourself. You're just, you know, you do some yourself and then you get information from somewhere else. I will try to think about it some more, but obviously, yeah, I don't know when, because I have to be recording some videos, so I can, yeah, I will probably start recording other games. I actually started already, but I was keeping this on a regular schedule. But now I don't know how long it would take me to figure out another rabbit, so, you know, could be having another episode in like weeks or a month's time. So instead we could do what we did with Tunic, where, you know, feel free to leave hints, right? Not just outward, go there, do that solution. If there are things that could be still done with nudges and things like that, let me know. But if we think that I'm literally to a point where it's like, no, it's all like community knowledge, you know, things that people can't solve themselves because the game just goes like ridiculously hard, then, you know, you can include that information as well, because I'm just not sure what to do anymore. How much more is there remaining? How much more is in the game? How much more is some sort of energy outside the game? And how would that all come together? So I'm happy with how much I've done by myself, mostly, other than that bunny mural that wasn't by myself, because obviously needed extra information. Would be nice to see what happens when I get all the bunnies together, but I'm partially like thinking, oh, it's probably just that next puzzle, because I know about it from the office board, right? Because yeah, it's not just collect all the bunnies, right? After we collect all the bunnies, there is something to do with all this, right? So it's not even finished, and oh my, yeah, I can't do it until I have all the bunnies. I could start thinking about it, sure, like I could start thinking about how the ear directions add up to the numbers, but I won't be able to test that knowledge until I've got all the bunnies. So all that to say, yes, let me know in the comments where I can go from here. What can I do myself, and what's what I need help with. I know some people wanted me to see do the whole thing blind and solve all the things, but I think in terms of like backtracking all over everything again in hope of seeing some piece of information that may lead to a rabbit, I think I've sort of reached my limit with that, if that's okay. Because yes, I just need to spend the time recording over other things. So I just don't think I can make that much more timely progress by myself. But I hope you've enjoyed everything so far, despite all my silliness, stupid things I've done wrong, things I've done the hard way, or not the way you're supposed to be doing it, or took me forever to realize something, and that was still okay. I did really enjoy this game. Like, I'm surprised I did not play it sooner. Like, I got it from people just recommending it after, like, I mentioned playing Tunic and stuff like that, so I'm not sure what rock I was living under. Or maybe I heard of it, but I thought it was like mostly just a skill platformer, which, you know, that's not clearly not within my basic skill sets, and then I've just forgotten about it. So I'm glad I got the recommendation, and I'm glad I played the game. But yes, based on what people say in the comments about how I can progress from here, this might not be the end of it, but we may be down to like bonus contents at some point later when I can figure it out. If I can figure it out. And yeah, we'll see about that then. You can also just leave a like or a comment anyway, even if you don't have any hints. So I know you've enjoyed it, and YouTube knows you've enjoyed it. And I will see you soon on another adventure, in another game, in this game, who knows.